What are the concepts of population and sample in research methodology or in statistics? So whenever you read a paper, whenever you are engaged in a research work, you must come across the two things, that's population and sample. Now, what does this population and sample mean? What is the difference in terms of research methodology, and statistics? So first, I will just quickly discuss what population is. A population here actually does not mean the simple population of any country, city, or any region, just like we can say the population of India, a population of USA, and whatever. It's actually the population of any interested group that we are doing research on. That's is that in Pico question videos I have talked about population. So that population means, say for example, if you are doing a research on patients with HIV and you are looking at a certain parameter in HIV, that could be anything related to treatment, complications, or even the prevalence of HIV in certain conditions. So what is your population actually? So your population now is all the patients with HIV. Say for example, if you are doing a research in, say for example, USA, if you are doing a research on HIV in USA, your population will not be the entire USA. The population of entire US is too huge, but your population will be all the patients living with HIV in the USA. So that means we are talking about which population? We are talking about the population, HIV patients population. That's the population that we are interested in. Why? Because we are going to do a research on HIV. So we are interested in all the patients with HIV, so that all the patients with HIV are actually our population. But can you locate, find, and communicate with all the patients with HIV in USA or in India, in any country like Pakistan? So I think you can't. In any case scenario, you cannot take the whole population or all the persons or patients or all the subject for that particular question into consideration. You can't take their data. You can't take the data of all HIV patients in the US or in any country or any city. You can't find them all. All of them will not give consent, and it will have a huge cost, time, human resource, and there are many constraints. So simply you cannot take the data from all the patients with HIV or any disease you are doing research on. You cannot take the data from all the people suffering from that disease, because that's impossible. So now how you can carry on your research, how you can conduct your research? So for that, what we do is, see, this is our population. This is just an example. There's too many dots here. They are, say for example, your HIV population. Now what we will do is, we will take a sample out of this population. From this whole population of, say for example, HIV patients, we will take a small sample. This is the sample. There are few dots here, they're representing sample. We will take a sample from these patients. So for example, we will take some patients of HIV, say for example, a 200 patient, 300 patient, or even larger studies you can take thousands, I mean thousands of patients. Or sometimes if it is a multi-center study, say for example the study is being carried out at multiple states in US or in different countries, say for example the study is being carried out on HIV on 20 different countries, so that can give you the data from thousands of patients, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of patients. But the purpose is you cannot access all the population, so you take a small sample. That means you take the data from, or any kind of findings. Say for example you are doing a blood test, you can take the sample from some patients which are suffering from HIV, but there you have to follow certain conditions which obviously cannot be made 100%. That's not possible, because you cannot measure the whole population. Obviously there will be differences in your results, but what we will do is, we will do that the sample that we take, that some participants that we are taking data from, that we are taking any findings in blood test or any sort of data we are collecting, or any kind of experiment we are doing on those sample population actually, that should be the representative of the true population. Yes, your sample should be the true representative of the population, the entire population, the true population, as much as possible. Now what I mean that my sample should be representative of true population, that it should have same characteristics. Your sample should have same characteristics as that of population, so that you can generalize your results, you can generalize your research findings on that population. Say for example, you got data from 5,000 patients from US, from different states of US, and you came up with a study, some findings. Obviously that results will have some implications, it will guide some treatment, it will guide some future policies, or it will help in changing or making new guidelines for treatment or diagnosis. So that is only possible, that will only possible if the sample you have taken data from is actually the representative of all the HIV patients. How? By that I mean characteristics. The characteristics should be same as much as possible. Say for example, you should take the patient with of similar age group, you should take the patients from, say for example, all the populated states of the United States, so that you should have patients from all the areas. Second thing, what you can do is you can see their overall condition. It's not like half of your patients are healthy HIV patients and half of your patients are HIV in their terminal health conditions, they have multiple diseases related to HIV. Obviously the results will not be the same. So in this way you will try to match the whatever the participants for your sample you have taken, whatever the subjects or patients you have taken as your sample, those all should be similar in characteristics as much as possible, because we cannot reach the 100%. Neither we can take data from 100% population, neither we can make our sample 100% representative of that population, because these are our research limitations, these are our research weaknesses, and obviously these things create actually the different kinds of biases in research. So in simple, population is entire population, entire number of people that you are doing research on, in this case for example HIV, and sample is actually a small number of participants, subjects of people are in patients in medical research that represent that population, and you will do your research on that sample, take data from that sample, you will come across certain results, and then you will see if those are able to be generalized or not. Say for example, in this example I say that I will take 5,000 patients. So this is actually the concept of population and sample in research methodology and statistics. Thank you.